Yeah, I just want to say for the happy Sunday, everybody. Yay! And just for the record, that's not as easy as it looks because you got to squeeze with one hand and twist with the other, right? It's a bit like that thing when you got to pat your head and rub your belly. Do you ever do that thing? It's like that. So it takes a bit of coordination, people, and I do that performance for you every day. Every day we are here with Fan Dusra all throughout the T20 League in India, and it's so exciting right now. Every day there's tamasha and entertainment, and we love it. And this, Fan Dusra, is our chance, the Bharat Army's chance, to get some mega fans together. You can see some super fans right here. Hi, super fans, right? It's a chance to get these guys together and just talk about the upcoming game, or in today's case, doubleheader, 2 games, and also just share the things that real fans are saying. This is a place for real fans. Fan Dusra is where you guys belong. So keep your messages coming into the show. Always great to see those. We're gonna get on to today's games in just a second. We're gonna get on to Chennai Super Kings taking on RCB, and we're gonna get on to Hyderabad taking on Delhi. Yesterday, though, I had the Rajasthan Royal fans on, I had the KKR fans on. The Royals fans, I got to say, Ronak in particular was nervous. You know, they were nervous about getting to the game. You could hear the fear in the game. People were unsure about what was happening. But I just want to congratulate you, Ron. Ronak's probably very happy right now. They reign supreme. They now leave KKR at the bottom of the table. Look at the nods from these guys. Yep, that's where KKR are at. And we are not feeling bad about that. Good. Okay. Well, let's focus on you guys today. Today, our super fans are representing Chennai. Give us a wave, Neha. RCB is Varnata. Nitish from the Sunrisers, and Dewey iPad. Can I just call you Dewey? Dewey, yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you can say Dewey Pan. Yeah, okay, cool.
Does anybody call you Dewey though? Does anyone just call you, hey, yo, Dewey?
Yes, works.
Well, that means nobody calls him that. He's like, Tommy, just call me what you want. Let's just get on with the show. I've got places I need to be. There's a game starting in an hour and a half. Yes, I know. There's lots of games today. So let's start with game number 1. Chennai versus RCB. Varnata, let's start with you and Bangalore. 4 out of 4, Varnata. On my screen, you're at the top, right? You're top of the class, and you are top of the class right now. So 4 out of 4, sitting pretty. Are you just here to gloat? What are you here to do? Are you here to tell us anything?
Yeah, like there is a lot to talk about. Like we should never be overconfident, you know, even it's 4 and 4, it can never become like today also it can become 5 out of 4. So yeah, I mean 4 out of 5.
It can't become 5 out of 4. I don't know how good your maths is, but one thing it cannot be.
Okay, I was very bad in mathematics in my school.
Listen, I'm not clever, but you can do things like that, and I'll fall for it, okay? So I'll go, oh, yeah, you're right, today it'll be 5 out of 4. But don't do that, okay? Because I'm not bright enough to deal with it. No,
Yeah,
of course, it can easily be a loss.
We are used to calculating these permutations and combinations because every year, you know, RCB's conditions, right? We have to take the calculators after half of the, you know, lead stage. So yeah, we have to, you know, this year we don't need calculators specifically. But yeah, team has to carry that winning momentum and go into further games instead of being overconfident. And, you know, as our captain says, you know, take one game at a time and play in that and then move on to next. I mean, take the negatives, whatever were the mistakes which happened in the previous game, take the positives from that and move on to the next game. So yeah, happy with 4 and 4. Hopefully we can make 5 and 5 today.
And talking of your positives, your particle positive is incredible. It really was special to watch what was going on in your last game. That particle played an extraordinary innings for such a young guy. I just think I can't help but think as you know, because I'm only a couple of years older than Padikal. Yeah, at 20 years old, I couldn't even cook to dish. Like I didn't know what I didn't have to steam vegetables. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, my basic levels of life skills were so poor, and yet he goes out on a pitch and can do that. He's amazing in every sense of the word. I bet he could steam vegetables as well. I'm just saying. But he obviously likes this surface. He's going to be back in Mumbai. That's got to feel good.
Yes, so first of all, our generation is different. I mean, we do have entrepreneurs who are, at the teenage, they are starting their own business in lockdown. So, so yeah, Devdutt is also part of it. And yeah, go ahead.
Your generation are different. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
that's
something.
gonna sting hard, Tommy. That's gonna sting hard, Tommy.
Hold up. Ow! Ow! What was that rib shot? I just got pow! It was like, I didn't expect it. Because what she does is, well, she smiles. What you'll find, old man, is that our generation is different.
No,
Pow!
nothing personal. Nothing against you. Nothing against you.
Did I start the trash talk? You know what I mean? What's going on? No, I'm only kidding. You're right. You're right. No, actually, I do believe that. I fully do believe that. Younger people are smarter and better than what we were. So 100%. But generally, as a performance, as an athlete, that's what he's given us. Padikkal was incredible. And you've got to feel good that he's back on that same surface, that same track.
Yeah, and he was overshadowed by our very own captain, that was Virat Kohli, who is into like fitness. We all know about Virat Kohli's fitness. He has this like a top priority as fitness. So it was good to watch. And again, it was Devdutt Padikkal was out of syllabus for everybody that day. I don't think Rajasthan were having a note that DDP is going to score a ton, that too maiden ton. So he was out of syllabus that day, and yeah, we are happy to see a young shining star, who will be playing in Indian team tomorrow. So again, he has to continue this, not just in one matches, but again in going forward in the coming matches, he has to hit and take the burden from Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, which used to happen in previous years, that all the burden was put on in Virat Kohli's head or AB de Villiers' head. But this time, the team looks settled and much better than the previous year. And again, if he is not there, then again we have the Maxi, who was waiting last time in the dugout, like last match he was waiting in the dugout and having the sign language with Virat Kohli, that can I come now. So again, the team looks settled and very happy for Devdutt Padikkal, and I'm sure he's going to continue this form, and he will love to bat at Wankhede.
Yes, absolutely right. But as everybody keeps saying, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's what all the commentators say. So you're right. You're right to hold back on your excitement yet. And in that sense, it's also still everything to kind of play for the teams that are lower down in the league as well. Okay, let's look at your predicted 11. This is what we think that the RCB team are going to serve up. This is how we think it might stack up. You can see there, Kohli, Padikkal, Ahmed, Maxwell. Is that how, de Villiers, is that how you see your team coming out? No real changes, Varnata?
I think no, playing 11 is going to be same what we had in the last match versus RR, and I think Richardson will be playing. He was the second fast bowler, and that was a good move. And again, Devdutt and Virat will be opening. So playing 11 is pretty much same. I don't see any changes, and they should not be changing, because we should be carrying the same winning momentum going forward.
Do you think Shabazz Ahmed and Maxwell will get a go on the bat today? Maxwell wasn't too bothered after the last game. He was like, look, it was great just to watch them do their thing. I get paid anyway. It's great, isn't it? It's like, great. I don't have to go out. Imagine you turn up at the cafe to serve coffee, but there's two guys out there serving everybody so fast, right? All the coffees, all the drinks. You're like, well, I'm not needed here, but I still get paid. It's great.
Maxwell was pretty much happy. He's like, so he was not supposed to bat and ball that day. So he was pretty much happy that day that he did not do anything, but at last we won the match. It was such a 10 wickets victory. I mean, that's not a small thing at Wankhede, right? So yeah, but today I think so he will bat, because seeing at CSK squad, I think Deepak Chahar and somebody will do the wonders for them today. So let's see.
Well, Neha, you're doing the wonders for them today, for Chennai. And let's talk about your side. Always good to see Dhoni versus Kohli, two experienced captains. Are you excited about that kind of head-to-head? Does that excite you, Neha?
Yeah, I mean, leaving aside the CSK and the RCB thing, I think it's going to be a great match overall for cricket lovers. And I think we fans create this Dhoni versus Kohli, but I know that in reality, probably they are better off against each other, but we fans have this rivalry. Dhoni is better, Kohli is better, etc., and we'll support our captains. But interestingly, both the captains in their respective teams, both the captains has the highest run scores against each other. So it will be an interesting battle, not from a captaincy perspective, but from a run scoring perspective as well, provided Dhoni promotes him up the order. I hope that it doesn't come to it, that we have to go that deep. I mean, our initial 2-3 batsmen should do the job for us eventually. I hope that. But yeah, interesting battle between the two captains. And we know the Kings always win.
Yeah, it's very confident. You have been doing well. Actually, rightly so, you should be doing well, because I know we're comparing Chennai to the 4 out of 4 side that is RCB, but 3 out of 4 for you guys. 3 wins out of 4 matches. Solid batting performance in the last game. Faf 95 off of 60. A quality squad. Are you nervous going into this kind of against this opposition?
I'm actually not nervous, because in the last 3 games it has been amazing. Even, of course, in the last game we had those big individual scores from individuals, I mean from Rituraj and Faf. Otherwise, if we see, everybody together has been contributing as a team in their smaller ways, but we didn't get any big innings. Faf and of course Gaikwad broke that jinx in the last game. Faf scored the second highest total in his IPL, and we need Faf for us to do that in the batting order or in the power play in the beginning. We need him to score and go for those big runs and help Rituraj to get along and settle and play his innings as well. But I hope the innings by Faf and Rituraj was not a one-game wonder. We need them to play like that constantly in the coming games as well, especially against RCB. We wouldn't take them lightly. We are not overconfident. They have been winning all the games in the past 5 as well. And I think they're well prepared how to deal with our spin or with Deepak Chahar's swing as well, hopefully. But I think we also come out as a confident team. We have lost one, so we know, but they have not lost either, so we might expose them today.
But sometimes, I always say this, sometimes it's good to have that loss under your belt. When you've got that feeling, it can spur you in a different way. I'm sorry to compare everything to relationships, but it's like if you've had a bad boyfriend or girlfriend. When you've had that person in your life, you appreciate the good ones. Do you tell me? You know that, oh, actually, I know now, I'm not going to have my feelings hurt again. Neha,
Yeah,
can you...
on that, I've got one thing to add. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you about my ex-girlfriends. Let me tell you, they broke my heart. Do it.
No, I got to say one thing. I was looking back at the last time when both RCB and CSK had both done well in a season, and it takes us back to 2011 when these two sides met at the finals. So what this says us that for all the years that CSK have done well, RCB have found themselves down in the dumpsters. And now last year when RCB finally came off good, CSK were nowhere to be seen. And I feel everyone knows that IPL is a long tournament. Each team plays a minimum of 14 games. So there is an inevitable hurdle, inevitable bad day at the office that all teams go through. And as much as an RCB fan I like Kohli, but I would rather see them have that blip, have that occasional obstacle early in the innings than go and have that at a crucial stage at the back end. So yeah, it's going to be, as we spoke about it, it's always been Dhoni versus Kohli, it's always been RCB versus CSK. But what it's not been, it's the number 1 side in the points table versus the number 2 side in the points table. So that really adds to the fervor of the clash. And yeah, I feel it's going to be a mouth-watering contest.
You're right, absolutely. You're right. It is nice, and it's funny how those early losses can play a little part in team mentality. Let's have a look at them. Chennai's predicted 11. Would you make any changes to this, Neha? Just have a look at your 11 that we think is going to come out. Happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, we could give Shardul one more chance. I am not saying that he's not been in his best form throughout, but yes, maybe we should give him chances to redeem himself. This is an important game. I'll go with the same 11, but maybe Shardul Thakur or Tahir, maybe, but yeah, pretty much the same one. And Dhoni should promote himself up the order if need be.
You know what, actually, I've got to say, again, I am a neutral, but as soon as I saw your team sheet there, I'm like, oh, Moeen, looking forward to seeing Moeen Ali. Oh, I want to see Faf. Oh, there's a few names in there that excite you. So it is going to be a great contest. We need to pick your top picks, though. Who are going to be your top picks of the day? Let's see, RCB versus Chennai. Let's have a look at their top picks. Let's go back to you, Varanatha, if you could pick yours for Bangalore. Padikkal or Maxwell? I think I know which way you're going to go.
I'm going to go with Maxwell
Oh, okay.
because
Not bad. Oh,
yeah, so he has been performing till now. Like whichever matches he has got, he has performed well. He has taken up that responsibility that he has to come and do the job and for his price tag. So yeah, Devdutt is going to do well as an opener, but I'll be backing up Glenn Maxwell.
Maxwell is your top pick. And
Yeah.
Neha, Faf or Chahar?
Of course, I mean both our star players want both of them to perform, but I think I'll go with Deepak Chahar, and I hope that a batsman like Virat Kohli will struggle against his swings. So I want Deepak to take Virat out as soon as possible. So I'll go with Deepak
Okay,
Chahar.
Deepak it is. Deepak Chahar. I'm saying it the wrong way, aren't I? I'm going Chahar. I'm making it all English, aren't I? Chahar. Sorry, I get it right. Thank you, Neha. Okay, let's move on to the second game of the day, and it's the Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Delhi. And actually, Dewey, you kick things off for me. Big news for this game is the availability of Axar Patel and of course Norkay. They're still waiting in the wings. Are we going to see him today, Dewey? What do you know?
Yeah, I feel the game is being played in Chennai. It's a surface that Akshar Patel players like Akshar Patel, Amit Mishra, and Ashwin will do well. And guess what? It's a three-pronged spin attack in a surface like Chennai, where the spinners have had quite a say. And Sunrisers Hyderabad, games are always we get more perspective to it when we know the team we are going against. And Sunrisers Hyderabad, yes, it's a champion top order side, but all teams now know that once if you get through the top three, even Williamson, the middle order has been largely untested. It's not been untested. They've just not, risen up to the occasion. And if Akshar Patel can come back to the side, it adds to the overall balance. It adds to the spin attack. It adds to more options you can play up in the batting because Lalit Yadav then might not play because Akshar Patel performs that role for the side. You can beef up the batting, and Sunrisers Hyderabad is struggling a lot. Delhi might look on to take advantage of that fact.
Yeah. It's always good to get them when they're a little bit weak. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the easy kill. It's the easy kill. Look, Nitish is like,
uncertainty.
don't talk about my team like they're the limping animal, for the tiger just to kind of come along and take out. It shouldn't be like that. But Delhi have looked steady, Dewey. They've looked steady on the whole, losing just 1 out of 4. They've done well so far. They've got themselves, like you say, all the options if they need it. You got to feel quietly confident right now.
Yes, and we have seen a different side of Pant now. He's going ahead, he's going out to all these games. He's speaking very calmly in the toss, in the post-match presentations. It gives us a sense from the outside when you see a team doing well or not. You just pick on those 1-2 things. You know how the captain is behaving during wins and losses. Does he overreact or does he stress on particular points and all? Delhi have been doing well. I think Ponting has made this season great for Delhi so far, even in the absence of their leader Shreyas Iyer. And yes, as long as they can keep things simple, they can focus on what they have done well, focus on the strengths. And yes, if Nokia comes back and all the only better things to come forward for Delhi.
Okay, let's have a look at your 11. Let's have a look at what we think you'll be serving up today on the pitch. This is the Delhi predicted 11. Talk me through that, Dewey.
Yeah, if Akshar Patel's back, I feel Lalit Yadav is a straight swap for him because as good he is, Yadav is someone, DC seem to have invested in him, but to accommodate him, I think that's the only slot I see. Amit Mishra has to play. He's a spin king, 6 wickets more, and he will go past Malinga as the highest ever wicket taker in the IPL. He has to play. And Steve Smith, I feel there's a lot of talk around Steve Smith's availability. Steve Smith's position in the side. He's a champion. He's a champion player. He can play all the formats of the game, and the greatest thing about big players is their adaptability. Yes, they might not come good on some days. Steve Smith got out like as if he was topping a tree the other day, but on most days Ponting knows that Steve Smith will rise up to the occasion and perform for them. So it's a good side. I feel confident of the chances.
Good, solid. He's happy with how he's going in. Nitish, I see you smiling already because we've got all this confidence. There's all this confidence flying around, Nitish. Is some of that confidence flying around you as well?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. We are back amongst the win. We are back among the points. So yes, the confidence is back, and we are not limping, Tommy. We are not limping. You mentioning, yeah, but we are back now.
1 out of 4 games is what you've got so far. But that win did take its time. Look, it's been a wobbly start. I suppose what I'm saying. It's been a wobbly start, but as we know, there's nothing wrong with a wobbly start, and that can come to be a good thing later on in the tournament. But what do you put that down to? What's going on right now?
Right now, I think after this win against Punjab, it was a comfortable victory. We all-round performance, I would say. It was so pretty confident right now, and with the likes of good plays coming in. Khalil Ahmed did really well. Picked 3 wickets last time. Bowling department actually is looking quite good for us. Raj Khan, of course, is not among the wickets right now, but of course, economy-wise, he's always there. And Abhishek Sharma, as I was mentioning in the previous segment as well, that he should be in the team, and now he is, and he is doing well. Yes, batting is, as already my partner Dway has already raised the concern, the middle order. But I think now with the Kane Williamson back in the side, the team looks really balanced, and I think we are good to go. And I think Delhi is not going to win it today. We are too strong for them.
Natarajan's absence is a big setback, or you feel Khalil and Ahmed can fill in the shoes?
Yeah, of course, Natarajan's absence is, of course, might hurt us, but I think Khalil Ahmed is doing good, and now he knows that he has to do a good job for the team, and all the pressure on his shoulders.
He's made a good start though. He's made a good start. Khalil got 3 wickets in the last game, but I feel Natarajan not playing also is sad news for India, because all the Indian selectors wanted to see more of him ahead of the World T20. So it's sad news, but good news for TC.
What is it? What is it that you think that Hyderabad can pull out, Nitish? Because they can be devastating. We saw the devastation against Punjab. What is it that you've got that you want to see today?
See, of course, the top order. I really want. I know that Chennai Chepo it is, and it is going to be a low-scoring game as the pitch is quite slow there. But I still feel the top order. Of course, if they can get going, they can score big as well. And I need more assurance from the middle order. As Manish Pandey, I wanted him to be out of the team for a couple of games. He is out. I think today as well he should not play. Kedar Jadhav is back in the team, and I hope he will lead his side, same as Maxi doing for RCB. I think Kedar Jadhav was not in the good team. He has found the right team today, and I think he might prove his worth once again that he is good.
Okay, let's have a look at your 11. Let's have a look at the predicted 11 for Hyderabad. Tell me what your squad's like there, Nitesh.
I'll go for an unchanged squad. I think that's okay on a base. This looks good because we won previously, and that too in Chennai only. This is the last game in Chennai. Thankfully, I think this is the winning combination we'll go with, and once we're in Delhi, we'll see that how things go.
Okay, lovely. He's happy with the squad. All good. Both of you now, both Dway and also Nitish, pick your top picks from each side. Guys, if you haven't downloaded the PayTM First Games app, do it right now. It's this app right here, PayTM First Games. I'm sure you've seen them featuring all across all the games as well, when they do the replays as well. Go download the app, play along, and these are the kind of things you'll be doing as well. You'll be picking your top pick. So we've got 2 players from each side. Which one do you think should be your top pick? Let's have a look at those. There we go. Besto or Khan for you, Nitish?
I think Besto today. Khan, of course, with this spin, he'll do good on this pitch. But for batting perspective, if we want to win the game, Besto and other batters have to do well today. So I think my money's on him.
Okay, and Dway?
Yeah, I feel Shikhar Dhawan can perform better in ahead when we go to batting friendly tracks. But for this game, where there's assistance to the spinners, there's grip turn, Mishra will turn out to be a headache for the likes of SRH batsmen.
Mishra will, yeah?
Yeah.
That's your top pick. Good stuff. All right, thank you very much. It's that time, people. Neha and Pranata, don't think I know we got you involved in the show early, but you know what's coming. You know why I've kept you here. I kept you in the waiting room because it's now time for a bit of fighting talk, okay? This is what we do. We make noise on Fandusra. We're not like the other proper cricket show, Dewey. Right? You know those ones, Dewey, where they just talk stats and numbers and details and cricket play? No! Who else has got a ratchet? Who else got a horn? Who else has got a bell? If I had 3 arms, there'd be an instrument playing off of all of them, okay? That's how it works. So let's get back to you. Chennai versus RCB. Chennai versus RCB. And it's Neha versus Varnatha. Ladies, out of you two, who would like to do their fighting talk first?
Varnatha.
Varnatha, you've been told. I'll tell you what, I spoke to Varnatha and she wants to go first. Okay, Varnatha, 30 seconds. Listen, we all know we all love each other. We all know we all respect each other. We all know we're going against the quality side. Yeah. That's not what this is about. This is about hitting them with the numbers, hitting them with the stats, and hitting them where it hurts. You know how, when you hurt my feelings earlier on, Varnatha? You know when you did that? Do that again, but aim it at the opposition, okay? Not the guy in the middle that's not here to cause any trouble. Aim it at the opposition.
All right.
Here we go. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, so CSK might have dominated RCB all these years, but things have changed from past 2 years, if you know the records. And MS might have scored all the runs, maximum runs against RCB, but things have changed right now. You might be at the top of the table in Fair Play Award, but not in the point right now. You might have titles, we might not have titles, but we have browser history along with the stats and milestone records. So you never know, another milestone can be added today. And last but not the least, I hope CSK carry their spark, which was one of the reasons for no whistles last year.
Hey! Neha, look at Neha just nodded after that, like she took the hit, and then she went, okay, not bad. Let's see what you got. You know, like when you think you got the knockout punch and she still stood there. Varnatha's a little bit nervous now as well. Neha, over to you. Your 30 seconds starts now.
I think not dwelling much on the stats. Stats in the last 10 games have shown that we have beaten you 7 or 8 times. So stats are much in our favor, but I will not like to dwell on that. When I have to give a birthday party to friends and I tell them I'll give you when RCB wins and they never win. So lucky me, I never have to give them a birthday party. Also, the relationship of RCB and the trophy is like the earth and the sky. They are never going to really meet. So stay out there. Also, you might know how to win the smaller battles, like the highest number of scores or the purple cap or the orange cap, but we know how to bloody win the war. So watch out for us. Also, today, Royal Challengers, incoming are the Avengers. So watch out for us. And if not, RCB could be RCB.
RCB! Brilliant. That's the line of the day. So, see?
I tried.
Yeah, no, you
don't. Post-match.
I'm seeing all the messages. People are going, oh, Neha's on fire. Oh, and not only that, I noticed as your 30 seconds went on, your eyebrows became closer and closer together. They became more and more. It was like that. It was like she was getting more and more intense. She just turned into Neha, the RCB Slayer. That's what it was. Pow, pow. Good stuff. All right. Crossing over now to the later game of the day. Delhi versus the Sunrisers. Duay or Nitish, who's going to go first on the fighting talk between you two? Who wants it?
Nitish, go.
No, do it.
No, you go for it. I'll prepare it right away.
You know what? Dewey's just realized, you know what? I need to up my game a little bit. Let me just write a couple of lines. Yeah, Nitish is sitting there in his mountain paradise, right? So he's like, I'm, at one with the earth and the universe. He's ready to go with fighting talk. Nitish, your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, DC, I know you're proud of Dhawan, but after today's loss, you'll definitely require a Havan. Havan karenge.
Oh.
Earlier Delhi Daredevils, now Delhi Capitals, yet you don't have any titles. My God. You might argue, we have also changed our name twice, but mind you, we have a couple of trophies, and that feels quite nice, right? Against you in last 13 games, Rashid Khan has wickets 10. Against you, a fiver today, DC will hide inside their den. You're welcome to have Hyderabadi biryani, but remember, it has way too much spice, and DC cannot handle that much, as it is not as sweet as your rasmalai. So welcome to Hyderabad. You're gonna lose today.
He's so nice. You know what I mean? Even when he does fighting talk, you want to go, oh, stop it. Come here. Let's have a cuddle instead, Nitish. He's just too smiley and lovely. Okay. It was the nicest bit of trash talking, but do I put that aside? You're in the ring now, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be all extempore because I haven't prepared, but all right. I'll go for it. I'll go for it.
Okay, so what if your team turned up and said, oh, sorry, we might lose today because we just didn't prepare? No! This is Fandusa, Dwight. I don't know what kind of weak shows that you go on in the past, but this is
You can quit. You can quit, man. You can quit. No worries. You can quit.
No, never going down without a fight. No.
It's game time. You're on stage. Your lights are on. The people are waiting. Your fighting talk starts now.
Yeah, so DC in 2019 they finished third. In 2020 they finished second. In 2021 my guess is as good as yours, but okay, let's not go purely through all the arithmetic progressions. And last time Pant, our captain, has scored 70 runs in just 29 balls against the SRH last year. And guess what happened when these two teams met in the 2018 season? You know, in Delhi, it was Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, your best player. Pant, you know, he just reverse swept him for a 6 long on. And guess what? Bhuvi has never had that touch ever again back, and he's struggling for that even now. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. DC has got very nice.
That's what he's got.
The problems are too much. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody actually went past you in the background and went like, "That's it. Time's up."
Yeah, that was my sister. Yeah.
Cut it off. Dewey, you've done the damage. You've done the damage. Everybody knows. Pow, pow. No, brilliant stuff. Listen, as always, you know, it's like, you know, I make my children fight, and then I bring them all back together. See, so it's only, I'm doing this just because I'm making you stronger. I'm like the tough dad, you know, because clearly I'm a different generation, Pranata. Anyway, okay. So what we're going to do now
is we won't be able to sleep tonight, you know. Who wins, who loses, he'll feel bad for it.
Forget just tonight. I think I've lost my sleep for the next month. Why limit it to a night? No, let's look at the PayTM first games super team, the kind of the fantasy team for the first game, which is Chennai versus RCB. This is how we see our fantasy team stacking up. Have a little look at this. You can see there it's a combination of both teams on CSK and on RCB. And it's a fantastic squad. Look at the names on that. De Villiers, Duplessis. And you got Rituraj.
Virat is not there.
Who's not there?
That is Virat.
Exactly. Now, let me tell you something. Okay, look at this. I know there's a lot of people behind our Bharat Army, PayTM, first games, experts, influencers, WhatsApp groups, similar to yourselves, all talking about how to play your fantasy team. I know the theory behind that is that Kohli might go out early. It's a crazy prediction. It's a crazy theory. And I'm not putting nazar on no one, but that's what the theory was behind that. But you're right. This is where you can play selector. Download the PayTM first games and you can upset Vranata that easily.
Virat won't be able to play Deepak Chahar's swing maybe.
It's going to be interesting to see a ton from Virat then. Okay. I will have to
take the tons, take everything, but we are winning. You take the tons, you take the maximum wickets.
We will be back at the party.
No, I'll tell you what happened. When Tommy had Kohli in the side, but as soon as you told him, you know, we are the younger generation, he spoke to the back end people. He spoke to the back end people. Take Kohli out. Take out.
Right. Yes.
Retribution time from Tommy.
That's what happened. Yeah.
I'm like, how can I hit her where it hurts? How can I hit her where it hurts? And who can I offend? I know. I'll go after Kohli. No, that's the fantasy 11. For Delhi versus the Sunrisers, this is how we see our fantasy 11 as well. For PayTM first games, Warner, Bairstow, Dhawan, Williamson, Pant, Stoinis, Sharma, Khan, Ashwin, Ahmed, and Mishra. That's a good squad as well. Are you happy with that? Nitish, tell me. Nitish as well?
Yes. It's a good squad. I think I should pick that one on my fantasy team as well.
Yes, we've got Pant, Dhawan, Mishra, Ashwin, Stoinis, the main players, the match winners are there. So yeah, it's a good squad. DC, SRH, both are smiling now, but at the end of 9 hours, only one would be. So
that's right. We'll find out.
Final punch from Dway.
Nah, yeah. Right.
We're about an hour away from our first game, and then we've got obviously a great double header today. Good luck to both teams. Super fans, as always, Varnata, Neha, Dwight, and Nitish. It's an absolute pleasure hanging out with you guys. Thank you for letting me start my slightly grey Sunday here in London in the best possible way. Enjoy your day, enjoy the IPL, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. See you later.